Hey everyone, it's Steve, Rider Studios. Welcome. Today I've got Thomas here, good friend and phenomenal CG artist. He's awesome. So Thomas and I are working on...
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, it's true. So I'm gonna flash a couple stills of your work from the project that we're gonna be working on. You know, Disney destroying Star Wars. You know, we all know it. You guys know it. So I had the idea to make, you know, a Star Wars film. I filmed a little something, and then Thomas reached out, and he sent some work, and it was just outstanding. So that inspired me to say, maybe I want to do this project again because he's so good. He inspired me. He's going to be doing all the CG. I'm going to be filming the actors, green screen stuff. We've got a handful of people to play stormtroopers. We're still working on scripts, Thomas and I. He expanded on a script I started. We're not going to give too many things away. It's going to take place between episode 4 and 3, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So what is that, like 18 years? Something like that, 18 years?
Sometimes. I don't know how old Luke was in the first movie, but I think maybe 20.
Should we tell him if Vader is in this or not?
Yes. We can tell. Wait, is it?
We should tell him if he's in it. Maybe he's in it, or maybe he's not. I guess you'll have to just see it.
Kenobi was a fool to hide them from me.
If he is in it, we have an awesome voice actor, or maybe we don't. I don't know.
I see it as a fun project. We can get some attentions to our channels, and for us as artists, and I think it's maybe it can get something bigger, because I don't know if you heard about the movie Iron Sky.
Iron Sky?
Iron Sky, yeah, is the name. And it was starting with a little trailer, and then a crowdfunding came and get a big thing. So everything is possible, but for in the beginning, it's a mixture between having fun doing that, because I like doing it too. I wanted to do it for years now, but I never had a chance, because my problem was I could do the 3D arts, but I couldn't do the live shooting, and I don't have any costumes. So I don't know people who have it, and it would be too huge to get it. But in that way, it can work, and I'm looking forward, and I'm happy. I give my best that it looks good.
And I can't wait to breathe life into them, because I'm going to do all the sound design with some of my own sounds, like Foley, like they used to do in Star Wars. And of course, we've got some stock Star Wars sounds, and
the sound design is very important.
Yeah, I can't wait to work, and that's one of my passions, along with video editing and production. And we're going to take you guys along. We're not going to give everything away, but I'm going to share some screen captures with you towards the end once we're in post-production.
You see, like I'm working now, I make one model after the next ready, and so now I'm working on the different scenes, on the looks, and then you get some stills of the scenes, and if we have the script together, we know what we take for which theme, then I make the animations, and then you can make the sound edit for it.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be so good.
But it's a lot of work, you know. In 3D, it's very much work. The lighting, the textures, the models, everything must fit, and then the post-production, and so you need a lot of hours for every scene.
Yeah.
If it should look good.
There's so many hours involved in the writing and the editing and the layers and the textures, and whether it be music or... It's hours for one song or 1 second of animation. It's just so many hours, and
everything that should sound or look professional is a lot of work. It means a lot of manpower in it for every second.
Yeah, and so far there's just 2 of us.
Yes.
Which is fine, but it's going to be so much fun because I don't know, we work well together, and we've got some really good ideas. And I want to say what it's about, but I don't want to say what it's about. just, I guess you guys will just have to watch it, because I want to tell them stuff, but I don't want to give stuff away. It's going to be kind of tricky. Like, if there's an AT-AT as an example in it, you could show like an animation of like an AT-AT. Maybe it'll be in it, maybe it won't be. You'll have to watch the clip and see when it's finally done.
Yes, and remember, it's something like an extended trailer. There won't be too much story in it, so we can't.
Right. So I'll give a little bit of it away. Like,
yes.
Two main characters are going to be talking in the beginning to kind of set the foundation, and then once it hits big, there's going to be a lot of action scenes and things of that nature. So it's going to be just like a really cool Star Wars trailer to kind of show off our skills and try and capture some of that Star Wars magic from when we were all kids, you know? None of this Disney fluff. I cannot bash Disney enough, what they did. I'm really excited to tell this little story, and I hope the fans see it. So you guys, share this out, because as we progress, we're going to keep giving you guys more information and more behind the scenes. So we were kids, and right after school, I couldn't run fast enough to get home. I was in grammar school to see Return of the Jedi. And after the movie, they had like all these movie memorabilia things that I've never seen before in a movie theater. And I found this, and I wanted to show you. This is from 1983, and it was $3. They were selling this. It's a magazine. They were selling this outside by the candy. They had a bunch of these, and I begged my dad to get it for me. You can't get it in stores. They only sold it in the movies. They talk about everything, and when I read this as a kid, one line that I remember, I'm going to have to read this again. It's kind of falling apart, but one line, I just studied these pictures like all the time. And one thing I remember as a kid, Luke Skywalker or Mark Hamill, he had said, the most important thing to any movie or book is a story. You know, Lucasfilm has the best effects ever, but without a story it would be nothing. And that would just amazed me. And I just love these pictures of George Lucas standing next to a very large Death Star and just models of the shuttle. It was just, I love that stuff. And
yeah, me too. It's
totally falling apart. But my dad didn't want to buy this because he didn't really buy me anything when I was a kid. But I begged him and he bought it. $3. I'm sure he could afford it. And I'm glad he did. So that's a very important part of my childhood. There was the German version of the Star Wars, right? In
yes.
German. And they weren't, like Mark Hamill wasn't doing German. They just had another, right?
Yes, it was a translation. They have a translator. In that time, the Germans do good translations from movies. They took good actors, and the voices, everything was made very close to the original. So you can understand it without understanding English.
Did Vader sound, because a German Vader, did they do like the Vader sound effect like James Earl Jones? Did they try and match that?
Yes, absolutely. For me personally, but maybe it's because I remember it when I was a child. I like the German voice more than the original because she's harder. She is a little bit more, the king-size Nazi helmet he wearing, and the voice is more like that. And I like it. Maybe you should listen to the German version.
Oh yeah.
It's not exactly the same like James Earl Jones, but it's a very, very good version of it.
I'm scouting out locations to film in.
He didn't know about anything because his uncle never let Obi-Wan.
Perfect. Okay, we'll stick with that. Film in front of the green screen, just like from the chest up, two people talking. Yes. That'd be perfect. Mm-hmm. And do you want to let that be known in the video?
In the trailer?
I mean, in this that we're gonna put up.
Yeah, this now. Better not.
Okay.
Don't tell too much of it.
Okay. We really haven't told him anything.
So the point is, if you tell too much, the people's fantasy starts working.
I know.
And then they are disappointed, And if they don't know what, then they are more open if they see it.
Right.
And the first view is important. I want to get back the original look, the original design from Ralph McQuarrie, because I think it was the best. It was what makes Star Wars great. Because everybody, if you show his ships to anyone, his models, one of his models, everywhere in the world, the people know what this is. If you take some of the new designs, the most people won't know because it don't have any character. And so I'm happy that what you told in the beginning, that the story is between at the end of episode 3 and the beginning of episode 4. There are maybe 20 years between, 18, 20 years. That means a lot of space for stories and a lot of space for things you can do, which still have the original look, you know.
Anyway, that's it, you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Check out this channel for more video production stuff and to keep up with Thomas and I on this production of Star Wars that we know you're going to love. We'll see you next time. And thanks, Thomas, for chatting.
Bye.
See you guys later.